Hello, this is a Spellbinder's news report on an article by Paul Watson, and this is very interesting. I've talked about this before, saying it's going to start with the airports and then spread to the rest of the public transportation systems. Well, it's already started to happen now, and it's not happening now the way it started there at the airports. TSA is now apparently searching you when you get off the train, not before you get on a train. Oh no, you get searched now once you get off the train. Your luggage, yourself get a pat down. Hey, this is America, you know, America U.s.s.a. Apparently Nazi Germany, 1940s, it appears, or late 30s, when they started going around and asking for everyone's papers. Well, now it's beyond that. This makes what happened in Nazi Germany when they were doing their stop and searches look mild. And again, at that time they used to go, "Please, your papers," or "Your papers, please." Well, no, it's you're off the train and they go, "You're going to all be searched," and march you off to a search area. Well, this is how the article goes. TSA lies to justify illegal train station grope down. Yes, it's more groping. I don't think they should have to search anyone once they have been searched once, or if they got on without being searched, why search them after the fact? If they're worried about bombs and explosives and who knows what, they should have took care of that beforehand. Oh no, in Georgia it's now okay to grope you after you get done with your travel and got to your destination. It says here, this is March 1st, 2011. As I said, it was a Paul Watson's article from InfoWars, or PrisonPlanet.com is actually his website that's associated with InfoWars.com. It says the TSA has been caught in yet another act of deception after claiming that passengers who were subjected to an invasive pat-down and bag search after getting off an Amtrak train in Savannah, Georgia earlier this month did not have to enter the station, when in fact, according to firefighter Brian Gamble, TSA agents swarmed the platform as soon as passengers stepped off the train and ordered them inside the building. Yes, ordered them. Lieutenant Brian Gamble, who also works part-time as a travel agent, tells AOL Travel News he was bringing a small group that included other firefighters and policemen to Savannah for a Valentine's Day getaway. They were among 30 or 40 people getting off the train when he says TSA officers ordered everyone into the terminal. They sent us all into a roped-off holding area and said, "Y'all are gonna be searched. You know, you're down here now in Manson County, you say, and you're all gonna be searched by us." That's right in by me. Gamble says, "We were getting off the train. This didn't make sense." In a lengthier personal account of the incident, Gamble, a firefighter, makes it clear that the train passengers were given no option to leave the station. Oh no! You're not given no option to leave the station. It says, when we got off in Savannah, there were TSA agents out on the platform that told us to go inside to get our checked luggage. So we were part of a 20 people that wandered inside. As soon as we went inside the door, there were about 14 TSA agents waiting, and they ushered us into a roped-off holding area. They stated, "We were all being searched as well as our luggage." We told them we just got off the train. They said they didn't care. No, of course they don't. This is Nazi America, don't you know? That's if we entered the building, we were subject to search. We told them we didn't want to enter the building. They told us, by the way, our luggage was never inside. It was waiting for us on the train platform by and by. After forcing women to pull up their skirts, the TSA agents proceeded to pat down 2 young boys, as seen in the video clip. When the firefighter started to complain, he was told by a TSA supervisor, "Calm down. This is for your own security." "Yeah, right, for your pleasure." When Gamble informed a Georgia State Patrol officer of what was going on, the officer asked to see Gamber's ticket and then said he and his group were free to go. I explained that what was going on. He left for a few minutes and then came back, took six of us in our group and said, "Sorry about that. Go get your luggage. We're good to go," because they were firefighters and police officers, I believe. After Gimbel's video clip of the incident went viral on YouTube, TSA was forced to resort to its usual tactics of wheeling out Blogger Bob on the TSA website in an effort to explain away the controversy. The blog states that Gamble and his group had encountered a Fourth Amendment busting Viper operation. That's right, remember I told you in an earlier YouTube video about these Viper operations were coming to bus stations and train stations near you. It was going to spread like a plague across the country to be able to search and seize whatever they wish without a warrant. Yes, this is the new u.s.s.a, don't you know? It's a Viper operation, a random search where anyone entering an impact area has to be screened. That's right. They just randomly choose an impact area, as they call it, which means that anyone that they will just, it's conditioning people. Let's just put it in the terms that it is. It's conditioning. I mean, this is just not right at all in America. This is not right. In Nazi Germany in World War II or before World War II, it was a common thing because they don't have or had a constitution that was American's constitution. That was really, they already at that time gave up their constitution, which apparently we're doing the same here, so we're doing a repeat of Germany. Remember, people who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're repeating history here in a new country that never was expected to ever have anything of that nature. That's why we went to war, to stop. It's the uncalled for search and seizures and things. Man, as we have documented, Viper teams are now occupying America in the name of security, having expanded from airports to train stations to highways and now street corners. Viper is quite obviously a 21st century Gestapo designed to indoctrinate Americans into accepting Soviet-style shakedowns, bag searches, and groping of the genitalia at checkpoints across the country, not just in airports. It should be noted that disembarking passengers did not need to enter the station to claim luggage or get to their cars, claims the TSA blog. This is, of course, a complete mischaracterization of the incident. As Gamble makes it clear, the passengers were swarmed with TSA agents on the platform as soon as they stepped off the train and were directly told that they needed to enter the station to pick up their luggage. Even though it was waiting for them on the platform. The passengers didn't want or need to enter the station, but they were ordered to do so by TSA workers. The TSA has once again been caught lying about their conduct, fabricating stories in crass attempt to justify their assault on the constitutional rights of the American people, who under the Fourth Amendment are supposed to be protected from unreasonable searches, which is precisely what the Savannah incident represented. Unlawful searches. Their apology is kind of lame, says Gamble. I thought this whole thing was very unprofessional and very shoddy. A TSA worker's comment that he liked the smell of the perfume of what one woman was wearing was typically creepy, given the fact that the TSA employees have a propensity for predatory sexual harassment and criminal behavior. One guy went through Tracy's handbag or hand luggage and smelled her perfume and made comments about it smelling good. It was just not professional. It was just weird, Gamble said. The fact that the woman subjected to the search also had her breasts fondled, according to the firefighter, was particularly prescient in the relation to a House committee hearing in New Hampshire scheduled to discuss a bill that would make it a sexual assault for an airport screener to touch or view a person's breasts or genitals without probable cause. An online poll currently running on the WMUR website shows that an overwhelming 92% of the respondents are in favor of the legislation to prosecute these individuals for, well, perversive sexual assaults. And it's the Paul Joseph Watson is an editor and writer of PrisonPlanet.com. He is the author of Order of Chaos. Watson is also a fill-in for Alex Jones on his InfoWars radio show, time and time again when Alex Jones is out doing investigative reporting. Watson has been interviewed by many publications, radio shows, including Vanity Fair, Coast to Coast AM, America's most listened to late night talk show. To find more articles on this, you can check these articles out. I'll have a link to the webpage where you can go there and see the video, the 59-second video showing them actually doing pat-downs of young boys, you know, about 6, 7, 8 years old, and I think the one in the picture was 6 years old, and you know, you'll get to see for yourself. This is just not right in America. I'm telling you, we're not in the Soviet Union. I don't know why they want us to think we are. If we accept it, I guess we are. But if we fight against it and say no to them, as Alex has said today in his show on March 1st, that we're winning this. They actually had the X-ray machines turned off at the airports when he went through there. I mean, he went around and looked at them, and they were definitely shut off. The screens were blank, the panels were cold. He has asked a couple of people there, and they said, yeah, they turned them off all over the country because of the protest. See, people, we can win this by getting it out to everyone out there that we were not put up with Nazi Germany and America. We're just not going to do it. We're not going to be Soviet-styled. This is a free country. We have a constitution. We have a Bill of Rights. We have amendments that supposedly controls our government, but yet they're not following either or neither. And besides, they want to have a constitutional convention. They can't have that unless everyone in Congress is a constitutionalist and follow the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and the amendments thereof that they haven't been following. Well, until next time, this is Spellbinder's Report. Be good at it, and have a good day.